Welcome back to It's Not That Deep. Today we're talking about something we all need, slowing down and finding balance in our busy lives. I know I've caught myself rushing through life and it's exhausting, but slowing down has been like a game changer for me. Our special guest today, Ashley. Welcome, Ashley.
Hello, hello.
Have some amazing insights to share on this topic. Ashley, do you ever feel like, you're moving too fast in life or in your everyday activities?
Absolutely.
Tell me about it. Like, like what's going on with you? What kind of, things are going on and like how do we slow down?
I don't even know sometimes. I've got the mom life going on. I have the three daughters with three different lives happening with them, and we just moved from a different state within like 6 months ago or so. So trying to figure out the new life, and then of course working in healthcare and HR is so demanding. So just kind of figuring it all out, trying to balance everything, also, maintaining a relationship and just making time for
Girl,
yourself. So it's a lot.
girl, you got a lot, home girl.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you just moved and everything too. You just moved here like what, a few months ago?
Yeah, in August last year. So
Oh
about,
no, that's been a year now almost.
well, we're only in March, so it's only, see, here you are rushing it.
Here I am. We're talking about slowing things down and I'm rushing things.
Yes.
Society has conditioned me.
Slap yourself out of it. My goodness.
A
Yeah.
slap
So
on the wrist.
about 7 months we moved here to Chicago. So
Nice. I bet it's beautiful over there.
it is. I love it. I'm a Midwestern girl originally, so Florida was not it for me. I'm
Girl,
so
you're like,
glad to
I'm
be out.
back home. I'm back home now.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say Chicago, that area is beautiful. I'm just like, oof. Like hearing that it's beautiful, now that I kind of want to visit it now.
I mean, you'll have a place to stay if you want to come up. So,
Heck yeah. I'm gonna bring me and like 20,000 friends.
all right. Well, I mean, we have four cats, so they'll make room for you.
Love that. But I mean, like, with saying that, like, it's kind of hard slowing things down or even trying to find a break. Like, just talking about, like, going over there and hanging out. But, like, everything's so busy, everything just so go, go, go. Like, it's like, how do you find that break? How do you find that balance? Like, is this something like you have to force? Like, do we have to force the balance? Like, sit down and say, you know what? Like, no, I'm not gonna allow myself to, feel the pressure, like societal pressures of just like, I have to work, I have to do this, I have to like grow, I have to, I should be going to the gym, I should be doing this, should be doing that. But rather, maybe we should just take a moment and just like sit back and relax and just have a mental break with all the stimulation that we get, Like, it's hard to kind of find that. I think I've struggled with that too, because right now I have a lot going on. I'm building, I have My Sensations, which is our sponsor for today. My Sensations is a candle and perfume company. Having that with building the website and trying to get more, business with that and growing that. That takes a lot of time. Of course, my dad's company, which is, construction and stuff, and trying to do the social media for that and grow and scale that is taking a lot of time. Trying to work on this podcast. And then I'm starting something new. It's in the works. It's a beverage. It's like a little food truck kind of deal. But all of that is just taking so much time that like I don't even allow myself to like sit down and just relax. So like today, that's why I'm a little behind today. But today I watched a movie like midday. I was gonna go to the movie theater, but I couldn't find no movies to watch. So I just stayed at home. I closed all the curtains, put the movie on, ate some popcorn, drank a glass of wine, and
There it
caught.
is.
Yes!
There it is.
Y'all knew the glass of wine was coming. Y'all knew that was coming. Y'all know I love my wine.
Yes.
But yeah, like I forced myself to kind of just shut down for a second and do that because you get overwhelmed, you know?
Absolutely.
Like how do you separate time for yourself?
It's hard. I mean, you feel like you have all these responsibilities, which we do. Adulting is stupid, and
Literally that.
we're forced into doing it because we all want to grow up so fast when we're younger. So, I tell my kids, try to stay young. You're just a kid. You don't have to grow up so fast. And only one of them is like, I'm not. So
She's like, I'm taking my time.
she is, but she's spicy. But yeah, so we have to kind of like just take a second and really look at what's going on in our life. Why is my blood pressure up all the time? What's causing that? Which is exactly what I've been facing recently between a lot of personal things going on, but I have a very demanding job as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so just kind of trying to balance that, and then I'm that workaholic person, people
I
pleasing, if you will.
know.
So
Is that what it is?
yeah.
Like people pleasing?
I feel like a lot of people who are super dedicated to their job are obviously trying to prove themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good enough. I'm worth the money that you're paying me. I'm probably worth more money than you're paying me.
Obviously
The
that.
whole thing, trying to keep their job. Part of me feels like a lot of us really are just trying to please those that are above us, who are supervising us or whatever, because those are the people who are going to decide what our annual increase is going to be, or if they want to keep us around, or, like the validation that we need. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Ashley, thanks for doing that. Those kind of things. And it's nice to hear when people see and recognize that you're doing a good job. So
Mm-hmm.
it gets addicting. Okay, I'm going to keep pushing and keep doing this, and I'm going to really earn those thank yous and those you're doing greats and all of those kind of things. And even though they're not monetary, they make you feel good. So it's like a awful circle of self-validation and pleasing the people that, pay your bills.
I completely, and you know what, that's so true. Because honestly, like whenever you get the little thank yous, it kind of makes you like, I got one. It's almost like we're collecting them in a
Yes.
sense, like we're collecting them so that we can be like at the end of the year, be like, okay, I'm gonna cash all my thank yous in for my increase.
Mm-hmm.
And with today's like economy climate and job climate, like I think we feel the pressure a little bit more that we have to do a little bit more just to feel safer and to keeping our job, with I mean layoffs after layoffs and company restructurings and all that goes into play, and even that goes into taking time away from for yourself because you're feeling obligated to do all of this, to keep pushing, keep you know um figuring things out for yourself, that you're not even allowing yourself to kind of like take a moment to breathe, right?
Yes.
Right, like because I mean, if you can't slow down and just take a breath, I feel like you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna get burned out, you're gonna feel overwhelmed, then you're not gonna want to do your job anymore. You're not gonna wanna, perform, or even you're just not care anymore. And I know a lot of people have been like in that situation. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've been in that situation in the past, don't get me wrong. Especially in healthcare, homegirl.
You
Healthcare
know
is
it.
like it's not for the weak.
I was just gonna say, I know we were all burnt out. COVID came and presented herself in such a delicate way, and then we were all quarantining together and ha-
Hmm.
hanging out together, which was cool and everything, but that turned into we were drinking a lot.
And
It's just,
like it was crazy. It just made everyone just struggle together, but it wasn't healthy at all.
hmm
I mean, especially like the pressure of like having to do everything correctly, because if you did something wrong, it could affect like someone's life like tremendously. Like the smallest mistake of not washing your hands literally could have like changed someone's life. And just it was a wild time during COVID for sure.
It was. I mean, we had fun, but that
I
was
mean, we did
after
have
after the
fun.
job.
Don't get me wrong, we did.
Well, sometimes it's the people, not the place. That's for dang sure.
Oh, that is the hell yeah. That's true. That's true. Because if it was anyone else, like if I was in it with anyone else, I don't know that I would like enjoy like being there or doing my job or doing what I did, because like it was the people for sure that kind of help it go help you get up and go to work and just do what you're doing.
hmm
Girl, I tell you what, that was some crazy days.
Yes,
Crazy
it was.
days. But like with your family and everything, like I know y'all got a lot of busy stuff because I know you go with like the competitions with the girls and you know you gotta try to find time for you and your wife to go do some things like dates and stuff. Like how do you even are you even able to separate that? Like or you just kind of blend everything together?
It does get super busy where everything seems like it's just meshing together, and we're like, okay, but we do have at the time, in the current time, we have a good schedule with the girls of when they're with us, when they're not with us, those types of things. So we've been making it a point, especially recently,
Mm-hmm.
as we're going through some tough stuff with the girls and exes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're pre-scheduling at this rate things that we're doing, like we're going to a comedy show, or we're going to, we're flying down to Florida next Wednesday to go get our
Oh.
storage stuff. And
Oh.
originally, yeah, it's just to get our stuff out of storage.
I'm like, ooh, spicy. I got a nice time.
Well, originally it was just going to be me, and then I was like, wait, you're on spring break, because she's a teacher now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, next week is their spring break. I'm like, let's just go then. Like, Mackenzie won't be with us the second half of the week. So let's just go down and we'll drive back home together with our stuff instead of me going by myself and being gone for, 3 or 4 days to do all this alone. So we're going to make the drive back fun. We're going to stop halfway, get a hotel and probably sleep because we're really tired.
So we're gonna make sure the bed is hella comfy. Like that's all we
Yes,
need. Like if we're gonna go get Whataburger or McDonald's and just eat in bed, watch Netflix. Like literally, like we're just like that sounds
literally,
amazing.
yes, literally chilling.
That's our getaway from a getaway.
Yes. Yes. I mean, we just had our 5-year anniversary. So I know, I can't believe it's been five, right? We gotta start the wedding planning, to be honest with you, because we haven't even gotten to that yet. But
Girl,
um,
I
yes.
was
So
thinking, I was like, wait, 5 years? Because like I've known you for five, like I've known you for 4 or 5 years. I knew y'all when y'all got together.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Damn.
it's gone by quickly,
It
but
sure
slow.
has.
Slow and fast at the same time, given,
Yeah,
life.
isn't that weird?
It is. It
It's
is.
a weird feeling.
Yes. So, yeah, the whole thing with the relationship, we do plan a lot of things, and I'm a huge planner. So, like, I know what we're doing for the rest of the year, kind of thing. Like, I have things that I'm like, okay, this is on the calendar for 6 months from now. And she actually, for the first time, just did like a spur of the moment plan where I have no idea what's going on, which is crazy because I hate that,
Oh,
but
I
I
was about to
trust her.
ask you. I was about to
Yes.
ask you, how do you feel about that? Because I know how you are.
Yes, I'm excited because it's very difficult for her to surprise me or buy me a gift or whatever, because I'm very picky and like certain things a certain way and whatever. And I think she's competent enough now, in what she knows about me and everything, that I don't even, I still have, all I know is whatever it is, it's gay and I get to wear nice clothes. So I'm like, well, I'm not asking any more questions.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes, so we'll
Nice
we'll
clothes
see.
and comfortable. Like,
Yes.
girly pop. That sounds amazing. I would,
Yeah.
it would be nice if someone was like, "Oh, let's go to here," because like, girl, I don't want to go to the clubs. Like, I mean, the clubs are cool, but I'm just like, I don't know about all that. Because like,
Yeah.
you know, when you do take a moment away for yourself, and everyone's like, "Well, let's just go do this," I'm just like, I kind of just want to watch a movie, y'all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
my brain's tired. You know, it's not really the body, it's the brain.
Yes.
You know, like the brain, the mind, it just wants to take a nap, y'all.
Every day. Twice
Every
a day
day.
sometimes. But I feel
Legit
you.
that.
Yeah, we've just been talking about that recently actually. We're like, like I'm at work and my music's going, or I'll be back. I'd go in the kitchen a lot and hang out with my homies back there and stuff, and kind of help them with a couple things back there.
Mm-hmm.
They got the bops, like we're vibing back there. We got, sometimes we're rocking, sometimes we got the old school hip hop, and sometimes they have something in a different language that I don't understand, but I'm like feeling the beat. So I'm like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we're just, vibing and stuff. I'm like, man, I really want to go dancing. Like I want to go have some drinks. I want to go dancing. We haven't really done that since we moved here, And then we talk about it. We're like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's plan it for, next Friday, whatever, even Saturday sometimes. And then we get to the day or the day before and we're like, I don't want to go out. There's a lot to it.
There's so much to it. Like it takes a whole day to get yourself prepared. Like when people are like, "Oh, let's just go," and I'm thinking like, give me a few minutes and I'll get ready. But like, you did not give me enough time to get ready. Like honestly, like I need to mentally prepare myself for how long I'm gonna be out for.
Yeah.
Like it sounds fun, and it is fun when you actually go do it. But like girly pop, don't get me wrong though, I do love it. I do love it because I'll be out till like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
literally.
well, that's the thing. Once we get out, we're like, yes, I'm so glad we did this. I'm having the best time ever. I think there was like one time where like mentally I was just not there. So
Uh-huh.
we were just like, let's just go home. But other than that, I mean, once we get out, it's a good time. It's just leading up
Right?
to the leaving. We have to get that motivation to just push it and get ready and just go. And I think that's the thing. We're using that excuse. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I'm exhausted. My brain hurts, blah, blah, blah. There's
Mm,
so many things we still have to unpack more for that. Like 7 months in and we're still not unpacked. And
dang.
just
Well,
just because
they
we
do
stay so
say,
busy.
yeah, I was gonna say they do say it takes like a year for you to unpack everything into
Yeah,
a
and then
new
it's time to pack
place.
it up and move again.
Legit that the rent goes up, $500 a month. Girl, we gotta
Hmm.
go.
Yes, exactly.
Girl,
Yeah, I
how
think we
funny
just
is
need
that?
it is. It's just a full circle of I want to do this. I know I should do this, but I'm making excuses of why I'm not going to do it, even though it's going to be a good time and it's going to be good for me. It's okay to
Yeah.
get out of the house and get out of the norm and
Yeah.
do the damn thing.
Exactly. And it's funny, and it's funny that we do that and we say this because like we'll be more than happy to like put ourselves through a lot of work and through our busy lifestyle, but we won't even take like a night just to go enjoy ourselves and let loose for a little bit. Right? Like
Mm.
we will try to find every excuse in the book to be like, I don't know, like, am I really feeling it? I don't know, like I'm kind of tired. But then like if we're like I gotta go get that job done or I gotta go do this report or I gotta, take care of this or I gotta go do this for the kids or like we're in like immediately we're just like even if we're tired, like so tired that we don't even want to move, we're gonna get up and go do it because we feel obligated to do it.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
I
Like we
love
just
that perspective, yes, because it makes total sense.
Right? Like, it's like me, don't get me wrong. Like, so yesterday I went for a walk, and because I'm forcing myself to go do, like, I literally schedule my walks in my days because if not, I'm not gonna do it. I won't even find time to go do it, like, unless it's scheduled. And
Mm.
so I've gotten so bad, and I don't know if this is a bad thing or not, but I've gotten so bad that every week I text all my friends and family, and I'm like, if there isn't a block of time that you want from me, you need to tell me now while I'm doing my calendar for next week.
Let me pencil you in.
Legit that. And then yesterday, my friend texted me. He's like, "Oh, I'm off today. Do you want to just hang out and, have a game night?" And he's like, "Everyone has to leave by 10 though, because I work tomorrow." And I'm like, "Girl, like, I don't have the time. Like, I want to, but I don't have the time because, I asked, y'all didn't tell me." And so I don't have the time to, could I have shortened my walk to go and do that? I could have, but because my walk is important to me, I didn't, I didn't stop it. Like that's why I scheduled time for the walk, to
Yeah.
kind of, try to get back into my healthy habits of, working out, doing my daily walks. And also during the walks, it's kind of like it helps mentally clear things up. And I don't know how the science behind it at all, but suppose somehow, some way, nature and seeing nature kind of helps clear the mind up and helps lift your spirits and stuff. And so, and don't get me wrong, it does. But
Yes, absolutely.
I just don't know how it does it. I'm not a scientist by any means,
Well,
but
no, but we're realists and we know that you look at something beautiful or something that is like you're out in nature, you see two deer just like you're walking by and you see two deer just eating. Like you sit back and think, okay, they're literally giving no Fs. They're just eating their grass and trotting along and just doing their thing and everything. And, they don't seem
mm,
concerned
I
and they're
have no
beautiful
cares in the
creatures.
world.
Yeah. And then we're like, why can't we be like that? Why can't we be like the deer?
Legit.
We
Why
may end
can't
up
we just
shot
go
one
eat
day.
and shit? Hit by a car. I mean, you know what though? That's it could happen to us any day too. In this
Yeah.
lifestyle that we live in. I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But no, but it's crazy to think how other, I guess, animals and mammals or whatever, like they have no cares. They don't have these worries that we do. Like as humans, we put ourselves through this. That we create this. I don't know. You get what I get if I sell you this, and you buy this, and then we make an economy out of it, and this is how we live, and we trade here and that. Like we make things like we make things interesting but difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And
Especially in this country. Well,
legit.
we're not talking about all that.
That's not on this episode today, but maybe on another episode.
Yes.
Legit that though. But man, I don't know, because I haven't even found like I guess because if you don't slow down like a little bit, like and create time for the people you want to spend time with, your friends and family and your loved ones, then I don't know, like it's hard to like think about that because like for me. I don't make time for nobody unless like you tell me like in advance. So I think that's something I need to work on. Because if like even my sister or my mom, she'll be like, "Oh, you want to go eat?" I'm like, I can't. Like I want to, but I don't have time for it right now. And maybe I should like be like, I'll just put this project to the side for a moment. Because what's 1 hour to go eat?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I
that's what
mean?
I was, that's what I wanted, was gonna, that's what I'm thinking here is like, so you have this schedule of your entire life basically, and almost minute to minute of what you're trying to do and be successful and all of that stuff. And yes, like you have a lot of work related obligations and responsibilities that you're involved in right now between all the different things that you're trying to manage. But your friend or your mom or whomever is asking at the spur of the moment for you to do something. At what point do we ask ourselves, okay, how much would it really throw off our day and our schedule if we say yes to going and doing something that isn't scheduled, that isn't part of our regular day? And of course we're going to end up enjoying it. And then I think that if we say yes more often to those unscheduled things, those spur of the moment, date nights, or dinners with our moms, or even like for me, all of our family's still in Florida, so those weekly FaceTime calls, like I hate FaceTime and I hate talking on the phone and all that stuff, but like my family's not here and we can't
Yeah.
just text all the time. So at what point do I just push everything aside and be like, I'm doing this because I want to, it'll make me feel good, it'll make my heart fulfilled, I'll be fulfilled inside, and it'll bring me comfort to do these things with the people that I love, whether it's the FaceTime or the dinner or whatever. Sure, those dishes that I hate to see in the sink every night, they're going to wait because I'm going to go do this and make these memories with my people. The dishes they're going to be there whether you do the things or not do the things, And if your house burns down, guess what? The dishes are going with it. Your family is still there. So it's hard. It is. But I think we have to push ourselves a little more to just do those things that are not part of our daily schedule.
I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you on that because, like, I mean, I do get it. Like, it's kind of those spur of the moment things that kind of do make us feel a little more at ease than following our schedule. Like, we're like, oh, I gotta follow this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and we're just like, do what? And that's when we feel like we don't have time for anything else because we don't allow those spur of the moments into our schedules. And then
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. And when you start doing that, it's kind of like if I don't allow those further moments, am I gonna get overwhelmed?
Mm, yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'm creating that atmosphere, I'm creating that result for myself.
And there's also that sense of control as well. If we have a schedule and we're doing the things that are on our schedule and we're following the timeline that we think that we should be following so that there is some kind of something that's making sense in our everyday, it's also control. Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
control those spur of the moment things, like that's what they are. They just pop up out of nowhere and you don't even know, see them coming or anything. So do I take a leap of faith at this rate and do this thing that isn't being controlled by me and my brain and all that? Or do I just shut it down and be like, nope, can't control this. It's outside of my little window of control and I have to keep it this way in order to stay sane. But is that healthy for our minds at the same time?
True. What do you think about like multitasking and stuff like that.
It depends on the day. So I'm a Virgo, and my brain is always 25 steps ahead of whatever I'm doing in the moment. So
Hmm.
like even this doing this with you today, I'm like, okay, I have to reel it in. I have to shut the computer off. I have to put my do not disturb on. Anything that would be distracting to me, clear off my desk, not want to do any of these other things because then I'll start thinking about them and then I'm like tuning you out, like I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just like, yeah, yeah, uh-huh, okay. But I'm trying very hard to not do that so that I can focus on in the moment conversation. The multitasking though is hard. I think that I prefer to not do it as much as I think that I can do it because I can get it all done and do all the things at one time and then I can do more, except am I doing it to the fullest potential that I could do it?
Hmm.
Am I cooking this dinner fully or am I just, half-ass cooking this pasta? And if it's a little hard, still it's a little hard. It's edible.
Right, that they're still gonna eat it.
Yeah. I think I would rather put my all into one thing at a time when
Hmm.
allowed, of course. Sometimes it's very difficult to sometimes you have to multitask. You just have to. It's just that's life and sometimes you have all the things going on all at one time that you have to manage, but anytime that you can control it, maybe consider one thing at a time so you can do it at your 110% and be very successful and see like the fruits of your labor with that one thing, because then at that rate you're seeing all of these great things happening one right after the other instead of a big mushy mess all at one time.
Yeah, I feel that. And I think that for me, like, I've been trying to get back into single tasking because I've been multitasking a lot and I feel like I have not accomplished anything. And I think because when you're multitasking, you're kind of like doing 30% here, 30% here, 30% here, 40% here, 60% here. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing anything really 100% and getting something fully done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And and so then you just at the end of the day, like for me, I feel like did I really even accomplish anything? Like there's something I really accomplished. Now, I will say I have my every day I do have my little whiteboard and I put six small little wins on there for my day. And I'll try to hit those at the beginning of the day so I feel like I did do something. But my bigger task, the things that I actually need to grow and do something with, multitask on that. But I'm trying to get back into like doing one task at a time. So I thought about for next week changing my calendar into into like blocks of time rather than like hour per hour per hour per hour. I'll do like work on my sensations from I don't know 8 to noon and then take my break and then work on this for another block of hours and then that's on Mondays and on Tuesdays JSG during this block of time. You know what I mean? Rather than trying to do all of it in one day and throughout the whole day and not really accomplishing everything that I want to accomplish. I think the block periods would help because then I can focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, I like that, the sound of that. It gives you a little bit of a larger window of opportunity. And then if you're done within that time frame, you have time for anything that pops up or an extra little break to do a little bit of self-care. Okay, I need to go sit outside for 10 minutes and get the sun because I've been stuck inside all winter long or whatever. So
Legit
I
though, I
like that.
look pale. I need some
Same.
color. My skin needs some vitamin D because it's dry as hell. There's no amount of lotion's helping this skin right now.
Hmm.
But I think I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna do that. So when I work on my next schedule, I'm gonna for next week, I'm gonna try doing that this next time because I think that'll help slow things down a little bit to where I'm not having to feel so rushed and overwhelmed throughout my day, and then at the end of the day, don't feel so burnt in a sense.
Hmm.
Right? Like you're just like, "Ugh, that was a long day. Like I just want to lay down and do nothing else." But I know if I want to achieve my personal goals, then I gotta go to the gym. I gotta go do my walk. I gotta read my book. But I don't feel like doing nothing.
And that's okay sometimes, but we don't want to get in the habit of not doing it. And it's very easy to not do the things that are self-care because we've done all the other things that are required of us.
Exactly. Exactly. Because it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. But like what kind of do y'all do you follow like a calendar kind of schedule thing or how do you do that?
I try to, for example, at work, I'll go into my, I have my planner for every day. I'll go into my work calendar, see if anyone's added me to any meetings or whatever for the day, kind of fill that into my time slots. And then if I've scheduled any interviews, if I have any events that I've planned for the day for work, and then
Hmm.
just kind of, put in those other little tedious things that I need to get done throughout the day. Sometimes I check off my list, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't even look at my list. So it just I kind of am all over the place. Now, when it comes to the home life is a mess. I don't have anything planned. It definitely flows better at home when we sit down and we do something as simple as meal plan for every day and then we follow through on those meal plans. There's a lot of days where we're like, let's just have cereal tonight, or we don't have a kid
Yeah.
today. We're gonna eat some ice cream and just go to bed, or DoorDash gets a lot of my money. So, and then it
Those
just feels,
dashers love you.
yeah, and it just feels a little more chaotic when we don't have something as simple as the meals planned for the week. And it has been a while since we have sat down and done that. Or like I write out our budget, and normally like every payday I go to my budget and I check the things off, make sure the things are paid. Don't know the last time I looked at that.
She said it's been a while. Now I think about it, I probably should look at it today.
I'm like, the lights are still on, so we're good. I guess I paid it.
The light's still on. We still got get some gas. Like the car is still running.
Yep.
We good somewhere.
Yeah. It just, and I think those things really happen when life's a little too much. Like we keep getting sick, or, things are just crazy at home, or, at the school, or whatever the case may be, or we have all these holidays and just so much stuff. And it's easy to fall off of the plan. So,
That's so true.
but I want to make more, like I said, we've been working on like our relationship more and making time for that. And we're seeing now the results of that.
Hmm.
So why not, do another thing in our personal life the same way that we're dedicating time to our relationship? What's the next thing that we can dedicate time on, but also maintain the relationship that plan that we have going on? So,
Yeah, because you also gotta you gotta like separate time or find time or for your personal life on like your dates, going on a date here and spending time and growing that relationship and same thing like with with your daughters, spending time, quality time with them and growing with them too, just as much as you do with your job. Your job gets your career, your job, whatever it is, you get 8 to 10 hours out of my day. Sometimes even more if you're working from if you go home and start working from home
mm-hmm.
and so we don't allow ourselves to, slow down and spend some quality time to build healthy relationships with the people that we care about and that we love. But like you said, like you started going on dates and stuff again, and you're seeing the fruits of that labor, like and so now, why not try to incorporate that in like an every week thing? Like, let's go on one date a week, or let's go spend some quality time just doing go shopping together or something,
Yes, I love shopping.
Girl, don't get me started. I'll be out there, I'll just be like, I'm just window shopping. I'm not even buying anything. I'm just window shopping. Like, I just wanted to see what y'all got, like. And then next thing you know, I bought some knickknack that don't ever use.
Yep, that's me. And then I see that Klarna sign. You can pay with Klarna or Afterpay. And I'm like, oh, get my digital card created. I got this much. Yes, I'll just make payments.
Said, I got this, y'all. Don't get me started. I
Gosh.
love that. I love that. But that's really cool. I mean, now that we know, like, we got some tips on like slowing down a little bit, trying to figure out, like, we want a single task. We want to try to slow down in the work related stuff where we're just not allowing ourselves to always bring work home. like put your phone on do not disturb or um what's that other thing that people use? Like they kind of people I think that people with iPhones can do. I'm not sure with Android. I don't know much about Android. But like I think there's an app that you can use that it limits, no, it's screen time, screen time. It'll limit
Yes,
your screen time, you know? And so
and
it'll
the
like
kids.
block things. Yes, I know everyone loves to use it for the kids because the kids will be on their phone or on TikTok or all this other stuff like hours upon hours. And you're like, girl, go outside. Like, what are you doing? Read a book, you know? And so we've got to do that for ourselves too, because before we know it, we're on TikTok for like 6 hours out of your on your off day.
Yes, and they stopped asking. Do you think you should take a break now? You've been scrolling. No, I don't. Thank you.
Legit that like I can make my own decisions.
You don't know me, TikTok.
You just hear the hey and you swipe up real quick.
Yes, no
You're
time
like,
for
girl.
that.
You're like, and it's the same girl. You even know what she sounds like and what she looks like and everything. Like, girl, get going.
Mm.
But that's funny. But you know, we're learning slowly how to slow down for ourselves, for our mental clarity, for our own bodies, so that we don't get overwhelmed, we don't get overworked, we don't get sick because we're not allowing ourselves to chill for a minute, relax.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think this was a good conversation, something that we need to talk about and bring to light because I think people in general we all just need to take a chill pill for a moment, take a break, take a break, not a breathe. I can't even speak today. Take a breath.
Take a breath. However you're doing it, just take a breath. Take a break, a breath, all the things.
Legit that. Look at me. I'm not we're like, oof, making up new words every day.
That's all right.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley, for being on the episode. I appreciate you coming on. You got to come on more often, you
Yes.
know?
Yes.
Yes.
You
But
know me, I can talk. So you just let me know when and what we're talking about, and I'll make it happen.
girl, we're gonna do a nut. We're gonna be keep. We're you know what? We're gonna keep talking next time.
Yes.
We gotta find a balance. Find a balance. I was kidding,
Yes,
but.
for sure.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for, coming on the show with us today. It's not that deep. We really appreciate you. Follow us on our Instagram at its.rly.notthatdeep. Follow us on there, leave a comment, and we'll be on again next week. So we really appreciate you. And we want to take one more moment to thank our sponsor, My Sensations, mysensations.com, a beautiful candle and perfume company. Everything's handmade. So, check it out, mysensations.com. But thank you, Ashley, for coming on. We appreciate you. We're gonna
Thank
have you
you.
on again, you
Yes,
know.
absolutely.
So, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. We want to give a shout out our sponsor once more, My Sensations, a beautifully handcrafted candle and perfume company. Visit them today at mysensations.com. We appreciate your support.